Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Today I'll take you to the Brazilian part of the Iguacu Falls. We will check the beautiful waterfalls, we'll get wet, we'll feed some wild animals and we'll have fun. So without further ado, let's get right into it. In order to get to the Iguacu waterfalls at the Brazil side, you need to take a taxi from the hotel or a bus, or if you pay for a trip with the travel agency, they'll probably pick you at a given spot. We took Uber. Uber here in Brazil is very convenient and very cheap still. So if you need to get from place A to B, as long as you have internet, you can easily get an Uber. Even when we went through the Tres Fronteiras, which was like a show at a place where the obelisk from Brazil is, I highly recommend to go if you want to see what it's about. I have a separate video. Even from there, after the show was over, which you know how it is when the show finishes, it's a chaos. So even then, we could easily get an Uber and in 30 minutes we were home. So highly recommend Uber. And if you need a ticket, we didn't buy them in advance. We just came here and got them because you have to give them for a specific hour and we had no idea when we were coming. If you're from Brazil or any neighboring country, your ticket will be cheaper than if you're from somewhere else in the world. No big queues, we love that for ourselves. We're on the bus and we're having our lunch. I have focaccia and a sandwich. You can't get to the waterfalls without the ticket, and it's much more comfortable using their bus to get you from the entrance to the waterfalls. There are 3 stops you can take. The first one is if you're planning to take a boat down to the waterfalls. The second one is a little bit further from the waterfalls, so you can get some views from afar. And the final stop is right at the waterfalls. We decided we will go straight to the waterfalls. Everybody was talking about how loud the waterfalls are when you're close. They are loud, but it's not that drastic. It is loud, but you can still hear yourself and your friends if you're communicating together. There's a tower with 3 observation decks and also an elevator. Be prepared that if you want to take an elevator, you might queue for a while. There's just one elevator and quite a lot of people who want to use it. The Iguacu Park was created in 1934 to protect one of the greatest natural beauties of Argentina and Brazil. The Iguacu Falls are surrounded by the subtropical jungle. When you come here, be ready, you will get wet. Don't worry, you can avoid it. There are parts, the viewing tower and everything, where it's completely dry, but if you want to go in the mouth of the devil, as that part of the waterfall is called, you'll get some spit on it, aka the water from the waterfalls. Depends on how long you're gonna stay. If there's lots of people and you queue to take pictures, it might be 10 to 15 minutes. and you'll get wet. You see me, I was there right now and I'm soaking wet. So what you should do is either bring clothes that dry fast, clothes that don't cover that much of your body, or bring spare change of clothes to change into if you really can't stay wet clothes. It's windy here, so it will dry. It's hot here, so you won't feel that uncomfortable. So it's really up to your level of comfort if you need another spare clothing or if you just suck it up and stay a little wet. The number of waterfalls in Iguacu ranges from 150 to 300 depending on the Iguacu river flow. We are here in January and it's 35 degrees in shade. I would probably recommend visiting sometime in March or April. It's the Brazilian autumn. Yes, they have the seasons the other way around. Equally good, I would say, would be Brazilian spring, which is September to November. Also keep in mind that you might not get to all the parts of the park, especially the viewing deck right at this heart of the waterfalls. If there's too much rain, these parts are simply impossible to reach because the amount of water floods the path. We were very lucky when we were there, everything was accessible. Time for a little rest and for a little ice cream. This is probably just a sorbet of a sort. I need to sit for a moment, breathe, and just chill. It's so hot, guys, so hot, but it's beautiful. Yeah, it's just a sorbet. It's awesome, it's cold and tastes like grapes, so what can you ask for more, really? The Iguacu waterfalls are located in the Brazilian state of Parana. If you didn't know, Brazil is divided into multiple different states and each has their own government in a way, so it's a little bit like USA but different. We went to the end twice, got wet twice, and it's actually, honestly, I was looking forward to it because it's so hot. I got sunburned a little bit, so don't forget your sunscreen, you will definitely need it here. And the walking, you don't have to walk much. There's the elevator to get you from the top part to the lower, and if you listen to my advice and take the bus to the very end, not to the beginning of the trail, you can avoid most of the walking. I would give this place 7 out of 10 in terms of easy walkability and doability. 7 or 8, so still on the very doable for elderly or handicapped. And of course, since it's a touristic attraction, there is a gift shop and I went shopping for the magnet. I forbid myself to get any more bird dresses. For example, this one would be cute, but it's not a magnet. Ah, they have them as the magnet. So I took this one and also one that was a little Iguacu puzzle with some animals and the cataratas, as they call the waterfalls. The big one almost resembles capybara. If you join me for the video from the Argentinian side, I'll tell you the legend of Iguacu. Quite. For me, the biggest attraction at this park was Iguacu. It's a small animal that is cousin of a raccoon, and it's equally smart and quite friendly, or well, if you have food, you're a friend. I didn't know any better, so I brought a banana for the Iguacu. I googled that they eat tropical fruits, so I was thinking banana should be fine, it will not harm them. What I wasn't thinking about really is that once you teach these animals that tourists bring yummy food, they might get quite pushy to get some even when you don't want to really give them any. Here in Brazil, it was still relatively under control. Maybe the Iguacu in Brazil are more polite, or it's more likely that there are less tourists, so they are not so used to getting the free food. But in Argentina, we experience hordes of Iguacu, 10, 20 animals, basically attacking the backpacks of the tourists and getting whatever was edible in there. You can see they even attacked my backpack, but throwing a banana at them saved the content. Right when you get off the bus, you will see these gorgeous creatures. Also, I'm not sure how much I would let kids near these animals. They are super cute. I understand totally why not friend when friend shaped, but they have very sharp teeth. When I was giving the banana to the Iguacu and I wanted to give it from my hand, he just scratched my hand a little bit with the teeth and they were sharp. So I'm pretty sure that if it felt threatened, it would bite. Another animals you can spot near Iguacu is a lizard, lagarto as they call them here, or simply iguana. It has legs, so I'm not too scared, but I'm still not 100% sold. They have legs, they are friends, I decided. And while we were playing with the cute Iguacu, it started to rain. So we decided it was time to catch the next bus down to the main entrance and go home. So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a waterfalling thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day and bye!